Don't tell me what to. I'm like, I don't care about Don. Like, I don't care about anybody you know. Like, you know, you're a bad person. You know, yeah, if you were a good person, you weren't, you know, like, come on. Oh yeah, Don told me not to talk in the car. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. You know, no one really cares. Well, I'll just say. I think that would work good. I don't know. Okay. Stupid American.
Take you right there. When you play a real person, whether it's Norris, whether it's Jane Fonda, whether it's Charlotte Schultz, who you did, who you played in the Hulu series, The Dropouts, I think. Yeah. When you play a real person, Anne, do you approach that work differently than you would a fictitious character, or does it depend on who you're playing and the material that you're bringing to life?
I think it's both. I certainly do a lot of research on the real people, and then discuss with the director what he or she are looking for in terms of do you want her to look exactly like her, do you want to sound exactly like her, etc., and we find what's going to work best. But I do a lot of research, and for Norris, I looked at video on her, read a lot about her. She was pretty ill at the time that she was doing the rounds for her book, and you know, we didn't want to play the illness, but she's, you know, in the later part of her life, so that was helpful. And she was from Arkansas, and she never lost her Arkansas accent completely, even though she lived in New York with Norman Mailer they were married for 33 years. I think they were together for 34, 35 years. So to find that nice balance of who she was really fun, and it felt very natural for me for some reason to capture her sound, her accent, her notions, her viewpoint, all those years in New York. And so the real North fed me, I would say, and then I just embraced as much of her as I possibly could.
I understand one of the keys to playing, well, I guess this is one of the keys to playing any character, but when you're playing a real person such as Norris in particular, one of the keys for you as an actress is to find the soul of that person. In the case of Norris, was it any one thing before you had the aha moment where, you know, okay, this is what made her tick and this is how I go forward, or was it a combination of things?
It's probably a combination. Her innate energy and enthusiasm for life and to go forward with her dreams is a wonderful quality in any woman. She didn't sort of sit back and let life happen to her. She made it happen. The very fact that, you know, she got out of Arkansas, that she met Norman there, got out of Arkansas, made that marriage work, and it was a challenge. He was not exactly the most faithful guy in the world, and he'd been married 6 times. So she walked into, and he was a lot older, so she walked into quite a situation. But I think it was her joy and enthusiasm about all things in life, and willing to try things, and her self-discipline to create a life for herself, whether it was her writing, taking care of this massive family with all these kids, her stepchildren, and they adored her, their own child that they had, her desire to act, her joining the Actors Studio, writing a play for the Actors Studio and producing it. I mean, she just did and running these households and keeping up with Norman and everything he was doing. She was this amazing woman.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-837-3217. 800-837-3217. 800-837-3217. That's 800-837-3217.
If you're struggling to keep up with conversations, avoiding restaurants because you can't understand the waiter, if you've got the TV volume way up, then you really need these. These tiny but powerful little hearing aids are the Nano CIC rechargeable, priced at only $297 for a full pair. And no, these are not simply amplifiers. These are ultra high quality, ultra reliable hearing aids, priced thousands less than other hearing aids. They fit right in your ear, nothing shows on the back of your ear, and at only $297 for a full pair. When you order today, Nano will give you a 45-day money-back guarantee. Order right now and Nano will give you a free portable charging case and even ship them to you for free. Here's the number. Call now.
800-984-7197. 800-984-7197. 800-984-7197. That's 800-984-7197.
Hey guys, it's Rob Carson with a shout out to KSCOHealth.com and Dave Michaels of the Dave Cave for sponsoring my program on KSCO. Nearly 30 years ago, Dr. Joel Wallach revolutionized the health supplement industry with his Dead Doctors Don't Lie lecture, which has been heard by over 100 million people. Doc's basic message is that everyone who dies of natural causes dies of a nutrition deficiency caused disease, and that vitamins do not work to create optimal health without the necessary mineral cofactors present. That's why he founded Youngevity, his premium quality health supplement company 25 years ago, to help people get and stay healthy through nutrition, not toxic prescription drugs, which frequently make you less healthy due to all the side effects. Visit the Dave Cave at KSCO, or of course you can go to KSCOHealth.com. That's KSCOHealth.com, like I have, and to start your journey to a healthier life.
And for the win.
Okay, let's see. A popular vacation destination in southern Italy, Quilici.
Oh, sorry, contestant number 2, it's up to you.
Oh, absolutely. A common name for the endangered East African weaver bird, Quiliki.
No, contestant number 3.
Quilici. Why, of course. The name for gardening and landscape services in Santa Cruz County.
Hi, I'm Randy Quilici, owner of Quilici Gardening and Landscaping. It's true, Quilici may be a little hard to pronounce, but it's been a trusted name in the landscape industry since 1982. Call me at 425-5269. I'd love to personally show you some beautiful gardens and landscapes we've created and maintained, and just what we can do for you.
And remember, it's Quilici, the name to know for gardening and landscaping services in Santa Cruz County. 425-5269 or at QuiliciGardening.com.
Are you a company that could use some sales leads? I have a friend in Costa Rica, and he's developing some digital marketing software, and he needs some folks to test his work. For a limited time, you can have free sales leads delivered to you via a shared Google Sheet. Just call the radio station at 831-475-1080 and ask for Richard. For a limited time, you can have free sales leads delivered to you. That's 831-475-1080 and ask for Richard.
Ed Robertson along with guest Ann Archer. Ann Archer, the Oscar-nominated actress known around the world for her iconic roles in Fatal Attraction, Patriot Games, Clear and Present Danger, Shortcuts, and many other movies and TV shows. Ann is about to star in a virtual theater production of A Ticket to the Circus, the great American love story that also introduces the world to Norman Mailer's greatest inspiration is wife of more than 30 years, Norris Church Mailer. Norris grew up as a strict Free Will Baptist in a small town in Arkansas in the 1950s, but she always knew that life had more to offer her. She never could have guessed, however, that in her early 20s, she would date future President Bill Clinton and predict his national victory even after he lost his first run for Congress, or that the following year she would meet Norman Mailer, who was passing through one night after giving a lecture at the local college. They fell in love in one night, and their marriage lasted 33 years despite the challenges that Norris faced, including carving her own niche in the wake of Mailer's previous 5 ex-wives and numerous former girlfriends, and easing her way into the hearts of her 7 stepchildren, and negotiating the ferocious world of Mailer's fame, friends, and literary lifestyle. A Ticket to the Circus will have its world premiere as an exclusive virtual theater performance on Thursday, June 1st, beginning at 7 p.m. Pacific Time, and will run Thursdays through Sundays throughout the month of June. For tickets, more information, go to eventbrite.com, eventbrite.com, type in online events and A Ticket to the Circus, and we'll take you right to where you can order tickets. We'll also have a link to the event as part of our show notes for this interview with Ann Archer. And it's funny, as I was doing my homework, I knew that your mom was Marjorie Lord from Make Room for Daddy. I forgot that once upon a time I spoke to your mom on this very program.
Oh, wow. Well, my God. Life goes on, doesn't it?
Life goes on. Life is a circle, as a friend of mine likes to say. You mentioned that Norris was able to strike that balance between, you know, pursuing her art, you know, managing a career, and balancing that with family. I understand that's one of the things you learned very early on from your mom, Marjorie Lord.
Yes, yeah. My mom was really the breadwinner in the family. My grandmother lived with us. My grandmother was kind of the mother, and my mom played the father role, the traditional father role. My parents were divorced when I was very young, and Mommy was just always the major breadwinner. So, yeah, I learned that seemed normal to me for, you know, the matriarch of the family to also be out in the world and making a success of her life and providing for her family. That's kind of the way I thought women were supposed to be honest with you, when I was young. And today, thank God, we are really living that, because most women work and don't have a choice these days. But of course, growing up in my era, Mom was unusual in that regard.
Ann Archer stars as Norris Church Mailer in A Ticket to the Circus. Virtual performances of A Ticket to the Circus begin Thursday, June 1st, and continue throughout the month of June. Now, it's a virtual theater performance, and we explain why that is. It was a necessity brought on by the pandemic. The virtual performance you'll see when you see Ann in A Ticket to the Circus is a filmed production of Ann performing the play on stage. We mentioned one of the keys to a live theater performance is the ability to read the audience in real time as part of the physical space. This is a virtual performance. Obviously, you couldn't do that, but I'm guessing your experience, this is where you tap into your experience as a film actress, Ann, where when you're on the set, you don't know when the movie is going to be released or how the audience is going to react. All you can do is just focus on giving your best performance in the moment, at the moment you're doing it. And I would imagine you took that same approach with the virtual theater performance of A Ticket to the Circus.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because also we never got to play it at all in front of an audience where you find, you know, moments and what works. So film definitely helps in that, you know, you're used to that. But, you know, I imagine the audience there. I talk to the audience. I even tried putting up faces in the audience that I could look at fake faces, you know.
Yeah.
And then we thought, no, that's a little distracting. We'll just make it work. And we just played it that way, and I think it works quite well, considering how quickly we threw it up. And I look forward to going back and having the time with a one-person show, one-woman show. You really need to play it to find everything, I think. So I'm really quite pleased with what we were able to do, considering we didn't get to put it in front of an audience. And I think it's a fascinating watch. I think you really fall in love with this character. You really want to know her story. Your heart breaks for her. You laugh with her. It's quite a story. I think doing it virtually very quickly also had an advantage in that you just threw yourself into it, became the character, and told the story. And that's what I tried to do.
And you can enjoy the story of Norris Church Mailers, starring Ann Archer as Norris Church Mailer in A Ticket to the Circus. Ticket to the Circus have its world premiere exclusive virtual theater performance Thursday, June 1st, beginning at 7 p.m. Pacific Time. Tickets and more information, go to eventbrite.com, type in online events and a ticket to the circus. This is the part of the program, Ann, where I ask you about something you did a lifetime ago, and I hope to God you remember
Anything? I mean...
Well, I mean, okay, I will do my best to prompt you. You know, I will do my best. Okay, now, we mentioned earlier that I grew up watching all the great crime dramas of the 70s, and so that's, if we play word association, I think of you in terms of your work in the 70s, even as much as I liked you in Fatal Attraction, because that was when I first discovered Ann Archer. That is where I'm coming from. So, and you happen to work twice with we worked with David Jansen twice. We worked with Efren Zimbalist once on the FBI. Those are two of my favorite actors. Do you have any memories of working with either David Jansen or Efren Zimbalist?
Both of them extremely charming men, very professional, good people, just good people, not, outside egos, where you felt that everybody had to cater to the ego on the set. No, they were real professionals. They were interested in getting a great product and treated other actors with a lot of grace and professionalism, I would say.
I never had a chance to talk to Jansen, but I talked to Efren once many years ago, and I always think of him, the word gallant and elegant always come to mind when I think of him, and the word elegant always comes to mind when I think of you.
Oh, that's very kind. Yeah, he was a classy guy, without question. Yeah, and I think that quality came across on the screen and people responded to it tremendously, and I think that's one of the things that made him a star. He was classy.
Very, very, very classy. You mentioned Howard Cosell came up a little bit earlier in our conversation. I understand Howard Cosell introduced you and Terry to the world of fine cigars.
Terry, yeah. There was a short period of time where I enjoyed a cigar or two with him. In fact, I think I was a cigar aficionado, as a matter of fact. Howard did not have a cigar in his mouth. I have to say, every time I ever saw him, and he was sort of described that way. It was almost like a character he played. That's just who he was. Howard and a cigar. We tend to think of the public persona of Cosell, but he wasn't always that way off camera. I mean, that was just something he did for effect. Oh no, Howard was off camera the same as he was on camera. No, Howard was a character. The best example I can think of is he was at our wedding, which was in my mother's house, and when the minister said, "You may now kiss the bride," Howard tucked up from the back of the room, lay one hand on that woman, and that tells you everything you need to know about Howard. He was a showman. He was always on. He was funny, very intelligent, and a real character.
Okay, you no longer imbibe in cigars, but I understand you still imbibe in dark chocolate a little bit.
No, not dark chocolate. It's my favorite. And my husband still loves a fine cigar. He still smokes one in the afternoon, a short one, outside. It's a tradition of his, but he has otherwise extremely good health out.
A Ticket to the Circus will have its world premiere as an exclusive virtual theater performance Thursday, June 1st at 7 p.m. Pacific Time, with additional performances Thursdays through Sundays throughout the month of June. Tickets and more information at eventbrite.com, type in online events and a ticket to the circus, and we'll take you right to where you can order tickets to A Ticket to the Circus. We will also have a link to the event as part of our show notes for this interview with Ann Archer. Ann Archer, thank you so much for joining us. I cannot tell you how much I enjoyed this conversation.
I had a lot of fun.
Ted Robertson, thank you so much for listening. Stay healthy, stay safe. We'll talk to you next time on TV Confidential.
Have you ever met a single person in your life that enjoys paying taxes? No, no one does. If you can't sleep